my story is somewhat unique in that I didn't start my career directly in marketing and advertising. It's also funny to think that I've already gone through a first career, being at my age. So it's kind of comical for me. But I was fortunate enough to really grow up in a family run restaurant business. I witnessed firsthand, my grandfather and my mother and her siblings, work their tails off, sacrifice, go through the challenges of any initial startup, and find success in running a local business. So naturally, when I entered the workforce, I pursued that passion for service first, and I dove into the hospitality industry. The one thing I did have in my mind was I think it's just a testament of who I am as a person. I only wanted to work for the best organizations, organizations that really took care of their people and provided an excellent service. So I dove first into food and beverage operations, and I was able to manage really high volume spaces with the hotel chains and then independent restaurants, independent chains. So that gave me an opportunity to work, really closely with sales and marketing teams, which ended up being a major benefit for me. It was, and then fast forward to my recent venture in launching a new restaurant concept in a smaller market here in New Jersey. And it was there that I stepped into that early role of entrepreneurship, which was life-changing. I was, wearing all the hats, as they say, being the general manager of this small market restaurant. And I just realized how important digital marketing was to build the foundation for a successful business. I did all the things organically that, I now utilize today, the listings and social media posting and, running some Facebook advertising. I did all of that, and I learned tough lessons at that time. And it was there that it dawned on me that there was a need in the market for someone or something to be able to solve those same pain points that I was facing, at the restaurant. The same most common questions that business owners still deal with. Do they know about us? Can they find us? Do they like us? Do they trust us? We need help with staffing. These are all things that business owners are challenged with still. And so I began my search, and I was looking for a way to bring all of these things together underneath one platform and one solution to be that go-to person. And so I in quick, a little bit of, it took some time in looking for the technology that was out there, and my search led me to Mendasta, and it's crazy to think that now they've helped support this vision that I genuinely had to be the what they call now the trusted local marketing expert. So SocialJack Media was born in April of 2017. It was just me at the beginning, and it was the same tale, as most. It was scary as heck to take that full leap of leaving a substantial salary that I worked, I busted my tail off to work for, to then go and build my own company. And so I decided to start small. I test the waters. I asked, as most do, I asked the few close friends and who were business owners if they would be interested in me in being my first clients at a minimal cost. And I was able to test some of the initial products at that time, and I saw some immediate success. And so I made the jump, and I went all in on SocialJack Media a few months later. Fast forward. Yeah, now we're an internal team of 6. We've scaled from an initial 175,000 in revenue in our first year to surpassing our $1 million mark in 2021, which is really exciting. And what's more exciting is that we've had a really great retention rate. And that's a true testament to the team, the work of my team, and our organization. Without a doubt, I mean, if no one has this issue, it's affecting our mid-level clients, and it's definitely trickling down all the way to our hyper-local business owners. We're seeing it specifically with construction, our contracting clients, in supply chain and logistics. Those who are dependent on their trucks and their fleets it's, the gas prices or fuel prices are having a major impact. And all the way down to, the restaurants and salon, those level clients. What's happening is their margins are just getting smaller and smaller. And there's not much more room for them to either increase their pricing or cut their cost of goods without sacrificing some form of quality or service on their part. And so for us, we've planted the seed to not only be their marketing extension and to guide them and to create this roadmap for them, but now we've grown to be more business consulting and start to coach them on how to adjust during these times. So that's kind of been our play as of late, as we're going through this inflation period. Like every other small business, we're dealing with the same things. What we're doing is we're looking at our customer base, and we're identifying who our ideal clients are and have been, so that we can financially prepare and go after attracting more of that type of customer base. The customers who they haven't decreased spend, or they're looking to continue to scale. So those are opportunities. We're looking for those with opportunities. We've adjusted our pricing model. We've increased in areas that require more account management. We've increased in areas that require more content creation. Photo and video is in super high demand still. And there's a demand for a higher level of strategy and thinking, not just for marketing, but now pivoting into recruiting and helping them attract new talent for their organizations. Mm-hmm. So, that's one way. And that's I think that's more for our mid-level clients and a little bit higher, but without jeopardizing our mission. My mission is still to support local economy. And so we've been tapping in and trying to tap into the freemium services to entice some relationship building, which all is possible because, our aligned missions at Vendasta, which is terrific. So I think there are some opportunities to provide value without taking on additional costs immediately. Well, one, we've adapted to the market, and we're 100% remote. So, we're living and seeing beneficial for us right now. And with the economic situation, there's not a doubt in my mind that outsourcing isn't beneficial. It just depends on your business needs, what types of work you need to be filled, what will save you time, and ensure that your time management is spent to improve the company. That's what challenged me the most was deviating from what I was doing on a day-to-day basis to saying, okay, I need someone to take this on so that I can spend time in generating new business or nurturing our existing business. Yeah. And outsourcing is definitely one way of doing that. We position ourselves to be outsourced marketing team for our business. So for us, the combination of using vetted, and I think the key word is vetted, outsourced service providers, and an internal team, allows us to, it sets ourselves apart, to be that jack of all trades agency that I wanted to be. I wanted to be the person that if someone's looking for someone, hey, call Jack, he knows a guy, or he can help you and handle those requests. Yeah. That's the mentality that we have as an agency. And what it does is it helps us scale and helps bring on additional revenue streams. And then two, financially, this model of outsourcing, the right vendors and partners allows for sustainable growth, which is what we're experiencing. Yeah, we're using partners through Vendasta, SEO firms, creative content writers, which you only really know until you test the waters. And I have no problem. And I think you have to kind of go past that fear and make that financial investment, whether you're getting it from your client or not, to pursue these channels. But I can say, I've pretty much used and sourced a lot of our outsourcing through Vendasta, and they've all been fantastic. All these partners are really great. They deliver, they're on time, they're responsive, which are all key things to our agency. Pre-COVID, I would have never thought we could service clients who weren't directly in our geographical area, right? without the traditional adding offices and sales teams in different markets. There was a lead. We would assess the lead, as we always do. We would schedule a meeting in person, pitch, and close. Ideally try to close right away. But with everyone getting more comfortable with virtual meetings and going on Zoom and Skype and in Google Meets, it just opened up an ocean, like legitimate ocean of opportunity, and it helped speed up our sales process. There's really no shortage of demand and people looking for marketing services, nationwide and international, period. It really just comes down to where you want to dedicate your time, your energy, and your finances, based on your ideal client in most cases. For us, I took a different approach. I looked at, since there's such a demand for, marketing professionals, there are companies, we're going after mid-market here. I'm just speaking mid-market level, but there are companies hiring for CMOs. Yeah. They're hiring for website developers. They're hiring for SEO experts, and they're clearly, giving you a guide on what they're looking for, and they're telling you how much they're willing to spend and invest in people, and these creative. Yeah. So, for us as the jack of all trades, well, hey, I can do all of that. We can completely manage your company's marketing and then some, based on that level and more. So that's one tactic that's worked out really well for us, especially, our sweet spot has been legacy clients, generational businesses that are, they building their business or scaling or handing it down to their kids. So that's been our sweet spot. And I think it just touches home because that's where I kind of came from. And it resonates with me. But yeah, that's been our sweet spot. So, how do we go about it? I mean, we use the same tactics we preach and do for our clients. We try to personally connect with these decision makers on LinkedIn. We get their contact information. We try to use our drip campaigns, which is a great feature within the CRM system in Vendasta. We're using text messaging. We're using, outbound marketing with social media and trying to tag some of these clients to stay top of mind. So we're trying to be very tactical and hit them in multiple places to get this call and get that opportunity to pitch them. It brings me back to, who we are and what my original mission was, which, is to be able to solve business owners' major frustrations, provide them ongoing strategy, which I think is often overlooked. Execute on those agreed upon strategies. You're the leg that's going to execute on these things. Prove your worth, prove your efforts are working through tangible KPIs. And that's made possible through, advanced reporting. And then to stay on the cutting edge, new softwares come out, new technology, it feels like it's daily. AI is quickly changing things. The metaverse is quickly coming. And, you have to be on top of these things. So maximizing Vendasta has definitely allowed us to accomplish all of that. And for us, we're a seed, that's how I kind of think of it. We're a seed that's being planted within our client's organization, and we're going to grow with them, in any capacity that they need. Mm-hmm. And we do that by having these, having set packages, having the roadmap developed, and not just fixing one problem, but addressing all their issues, whether it be business consulting or advertising, SEO, and they all want the same thing. They want what we want. They want leads. They want continued business. They want people to represent their brand properly. They want to leave a legacy behind. So that's all. You have to be in line with your clients, I think, to really grow with them. And it just brings me back to the word I hate. I've grown to love, and it's patience, and it's being patient. I think there are a lot of young minds, young entrepreneurs that even senior level executives that really they just want to get there. They want to get it the fastest way possible, and they don't realize, I think, that when you're patient and you do things the right way, and you're methodical, and you're strategically ready, you're financially supported to go, and pursue these endeavors, then you'll have long-term success. And that's why I think being, so closely rooted with these legacy clients, and I'm seeing it firsthand how they built their companies, and it's very much the same. It's, they were head down, do the right thing, don't sacrifice, jeopardize your output, your quality, your service, your response time. Take care of the customer that's right in front of you, and that will lead to, success. And that's the approach we're taking. So we're, initially we're in every vertical pretty much, thankfully. But now it's time to really evaluate which markets we want to pursue, which are financially beneficial for us, and create the action plans and be aggressive in tapping into those markets. It's just so important to have these strategies and then, execute on them. What makes the most impact, right? So online listings, reputation management for almost all clients, that's a necessary solution. And it's such a great system, and clients that receive these notifications, they feel like they're part of, and they're in the know what's going on. So it's really, really fantastic. Giving them an opportunity like customer voice is great to kind of generate those reviews. The social media marketing app or the new cloud campaign is a great, content scheduler, so they can see the content and see the data in social media marketing. That's a given. That's almost necessary. And I almost always, clients want to see traffic go to their site, right? They want to see form fills. So having either some type of combination of a PPC campaign, maybe on the low end, there's great solutions there, combined with some local SEO. That's usually a stack that we always use for our clients, like our foundation.